Hello everyone and welcome back to my opinion. This will be a different kind of video where I'm quite privileged to have been invited to the Lord's Cricket Ground via an opportunity provided by the ECP, and I'll be talking you through my experiences on the day. I got this opportunity through an organisation called Cricket for London. They are a group that aims to change the image of cricket, or the perceived image of cricket, amongst other young Londoners. And if I were to get the post, I'd be doing a variety of things: marketing, management, or maybe coaching, etc. And I'd receive training. So since I want to pursue a career within cricket, even if not playing the game in the media side of things, I thought this would be something that I could sign up to, and if I get it, then it'd be well and good. Before this, the only time I'd been to Lord's is when I was in year 3. There was an MCC game going on and there was no entry fee. There were virtually no spectators in the ground, barring myself and my family members, and we were talking to the boundary fielder who was closest to us. I'd heard that playing at Lord's or going to Lord's would be a great moment, and I was just getting into the game then. I only got into the game since watching the semi-final of the 2011 World Cup, and I didn't think too much about the experience then, but I felt happy that I'd visited a cricket ground that supposedly had a lot of reputation behind it. And quite a few years after that, I got this opportunity, therefore I was able to visit the ground once again. I entered through the northern gate, and there are two ways you could go once going through the gate. You could go straight on, and that would be where spectators enter the ground through one of the entrances, or you could take a left, and I took that left to go to the ECB offices. Now, I did remember there'd be a practice pitch there on the left, even if you're going straight through to go into the ground, and that pitch was there. I was quite excited once I saw that, as I couldn't wait to see what was in store. I went into the office lobby and I sat there for a while. There were 9 of us waiting in the lobby, and I tried to temper my expectations because I'd got this invite through other means. I'm not a player. Shortly afterwards, someone bought each of us name tags, and this is the first time I'd been in contact with a major cricketing organisation. And before, I didn't know how I'd get my foot through the door. I didn't think my approaches would be taken seriously because I didn't have any credentials. Luckily, this opportunity came about and I had got through the door. So after seeing a name tag with the ECB logo on top with my name on it, my excitement levels peaked again, and I was anticipating what was to follow. And what I liked about this experience was that I think they wanted to reward the individuals who were selected after the first round. And that's why the first room we went into was the boardroom. There was a table where everyone could take a seat and have maybe a glass of water if they wanted to. And we first had a meeting, an introduction and a debriefing of the roles that that would be involved if we had got this, if we had secured this opportunity. Now, I was looking around, taking everything in, and just by the door, I saw 2 cabinets, and there were 2 structures in gold, one in each cabinet. And I took a look at the one which is closest to the door, and there was the 2019 World Cup that England won. It was there, and I thought, right, this is the room where the media decisions are made. There was a Women's World Cup. There was one in 2017 next to that one. And slowly after the meeting was over and lunch was provided, I'd asked someone who was in the room whether I could go take a photo with the World Cups, and I took a selfie with the World Cup, and they also took a photo where I was standing in the middle of both of them. So it was a surreal moment. I didn't expect it. And they'd said that I'd be able to see the Ashes trophy, the original Ashes urn, and they'd implied that it was something that wasn't going to be part of the tour, that usually people can apply to tour the Lord's Stadium, and they wouldn't be allowed in the boardroom. And I thought, okay, I can't wait to see the Ashes urn. And a while later, out comes the T20 World Cup, which that was the one where, in the end, that was another privilege that we got since he was selected. I couldn't believe it. And the other 2 were in a case. This wasn't in a case. In fact, they couldn't touch it themselves. They had to it was put in a bag. They had to carry it via the bag and then take the bag off it. So I got to stand next to it and have a photo taken. It was a ceremony. I still can't believe it. And after that, the tour commenced, where they first showed us the outside of the Lord's Stadium. They showed us the telescopic floodlights, where I think because of planning permission from the flats nearby, effectively right next to the stadium, the floodlights were constructed in that way, so they'll go up on match days. We then went into the pavilion area, where we went into the long room where all these great players have walked through. And on TV, when you see the members sit on the white benches, I got to take a photo through the windows to exactly what the view would be like from inside. It was a surreal experience. And from the moment I entered as well, there were a lot of paintings, and apparently quite a few of the players didn't have a great relationship with the artists. Therefore, some of the features were exaggerated. But as a fan going into such a historic building, it was a great experience, and we got to see the long room first off. From here we went to the meeting room, where I don't know how often this room is used now, but it was used quite often before. The tour guide sat us perfectly in seats of significance, so whenever we went through certain events, he called out those respective seats. And as with all the rooms they'd visited thus far, and the rooms we were going to visit, you could see the main playing surface through the window. And then we went to the two rooms that, even more than getting a photo with the World Cup, which I did not expect, I was looking forward to going into the two dressing rooms, the home dressing room and the away dressing room, as those are the sites that house the players that go on to give us memories on the field. And in the England dressing room, the first place my eyes went to was the honours board, which is on the left side when you walk through the door. And on the far corner, or sorry, rather the opposite side, there were the captains of the Middlesex team, the county team that plays there. And after talking for a while, once again, seats of significance are pointed out. For example, where Alistair Cook used to sit. Apparently he was then pushed further along, and that was a seat that he sat for all of his test matches that he played in that ground. They then opened the balcony door, and I got my photo taken, a few photos standing on that right side balcony. Then we went to the away dressing room, where the honours board was on the right side, and I got to see through the balcony, the view through from the balcony, where Sourav Ganguly did that famous celebration after India chased down that score for quite a while back. So it was a great experience going to those dressing rooms, and yeah, I really, especially considering they house the players that create memories on the field, I was very happy that I had the opportunity to go and see those rooms. Finally, I couldn't get a photo of this, but they showed a variant of tennis that they'd played called real tennis, where even when the ball rebounds from the wall, it's still in play. Then I had my interviews in the ECB boardroom, or the room next to the boardroom, and at around 5 p.m. we were allowed to leave. This is a great experience. We got a few mementos, a London Spirit cap, the team that plays at Lord's at the home stadium in the 100 competition, an ECB travel mug, and of course I'd got to take a photo of the World Cup and get a tour of the Lord's Stadium. So it was a fantastic day, and whether I get the gig or not, I think something that was you could see was the intention was that whoever had got through the first round, they looked to make the day memorable for them, and there were members from 4 counties filling different roles. They were there in the boardroom and answered all our questions, and this is a great experience. So I felt a bit sheepish, honestly, after I got the photos of the World Cup, as a lot of players would want to get a photo with it, and unfortunately may not be able to. But again, I didn't know that was going to happen, and so I am quite happy that I got that. And yeah, I mean, hopefully I get the gig, but it was an enjoyable experience, and hopefully something more comes out of it. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. Remember, this is my opinion. What's yours?